play. And he's in the starting lineup tonight for the Phillies.
Maybe Stubby is the lucky charm for the Phillies.
Maybe. It was cool watching him go from former teammate to former teammate.
Yep.
The last couple of days. You can definitively tell that he was well liked here in Houston, just as he has been with the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, let's take a look at that Phillies lineup for tonight, brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Only from Xfinity. Bryce Harper leads it off. We mentioned that. Alec Boehm hits second. Derek Hall third, and then Brandon Marsh is your cleanup hitter for tonight. Last 15 games, though, Marsh is hitting .333 with a home run and 4 runs batted in. And they're facing, I would say, American League favorite for the Cy Young Award, Justin Verlander, who's back from Tommy John surgery and is putting together an absolutely stellar 2022 season.
At almost 40 years old and coming back from Tommy John, Justin Verlander, one of the best pitchers of our
You would like to do it all the time.
Well, Dave, congratulations. I mean, you and Sam Fold and your entire crew, I mean, we've watched this team over the last several years sort of percolate, and you bring in personalities. This is one of my favorite clubhouses I think I've seen in my 22 years in the major leagues. I mean, that's how glued they seem to be with each other.
Well, I appreciate it. They have a great chemistry with one another. You can see there's a lot of bond. It's grown throughout the year,
yes,
too. You can see that because when you bring in new players into the organization, which we brought a bunch, it takes a while sometimes to get that bond going. But I think a natural tie there is Kyle Schwarber to everything that he brings to the table. I mean, there's not many that I've been around in my time that are like him. And there was actually a meeting we had today with our staff, and Rob Thompson said, I think he's the best clubhouse presence I've ever been around.
Wow. I mean, that is high praise.
Yes.
Dave, I've been, I get really emotional. I've been in a situation where I'm, one of those emotional GMs where, you get pretty excited about, getting to the dance. We see the players, we see their reactions. What is it like for you after having, I mean, you've done it several times. I mean, it's happened, you've been in the playoffs and popped champagne a lot of times. What kind of rush do you get out of this, and the guys in the front office? I mean, explain that to them, because it's palpable too. I mean, it's
no doubt about it. And I think that perhaps it changes from person to person, because I've been through it, and I can tell you a little bit of different feeling for myself. And when it first started, first of all, you're very emotional. You want it, when it happens, or you just get overcome with emotion, and making it as such after the accomplishment and trying to work so hard all year long, you finally get to that point. And the emotion just comes shooting out. I mean, it's like today you're watching the game in a different fashion, because it's more low-key than normally you're in on every single pitch at the edge of your seat. So for me, that has not changed. I think one thing that was a significant difference for me yesterday, I noticed, we were sitting down the left field line. I was sitting there with Sam and his wife, Sarah was there, and their one son, Will. And so we were talking, but I got so much enjoyment out of watching the others celebrate.
Right.
And perhaps earlier in my career, I know that I always did it, but I just couldn't wait to get down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, okay, let's give me that big hug, and you do. And I hugged everybody and thanked them last night and got plenty of champagne poured over me. But I think when I first did this and over the beginning, that was like the emotion that came over me. And yesterday, I just enjoyed watching others do it so much. And for us, we have so many first-timers doing it.
Yes.
You could just see the emotions on their face. I mean, when I hugged Gene Segura eventually over time, just the way he was overcome with emotion.
Phillies were 3,300 a couple days ago.
They got Cleveland at the bottom there, and I think Cleveland's has a chance to really move forward. I know that they don't have big-name players, but they play great baseball, good quality baseball. They catch it, they pitch it, they move runners around. They don't hit a lot of home runs. But I really think that was Terry Francona's one of his finest years of managing a team and buying into the culture of what it is to play good quality baseball.
I think he's also has a ton of gratification that he was back healthy.
Yes.
And able to do it. Pitch upstairs, 3-0 to Marsh. Phillies do not have a base runner yet.
Honestly, I think he really had the most fun this year managing his club. I mean, that was a fun club to watch. That record, just third best since September 1st.
Yeah. And ball 4, first base runner of the night for the Phils. It's a leadoff. I think Derek's eyes got wide when he saw that breaking ball come in. That might have been one where he could have served it out to the left near the Crawford boxes. So shallow. Marsh takes a pitch low, 1-0.
They put a full shift on Marsh. They got Bregman all the way up in the shortstop position. That left side of the field is wide open. He's hit a lot of balls to the left side of the field. I guess they got a little bit of a different scouting report than other teams have.
Well, he is 11 for 36 against the Astros this year, so they've probably seen him enough.
A little bit.
Yeah. Two balls, no strikes. Whoop. Pretty good curveball right there.
Yeah, but it's not a pitch that you want to swing at in a 2-0 situation. I mean, you're looking dead red fastball. If you don't get it, you kind of just take it, unless he hangs it. Phillies are caught a little in between today. I think Verlander probably messed with some of these guys' psyche.
Outside, 3-1. Another good crowd on hand tonight, 32,032. Watching the Phillies and the Astros. Wrap it up tomorrow. 3:10 local time, 4:10 Eastern time. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Bryson Stott's coming up. Phillies might need a good night's sleep.
And I think he took himself out of this at bat by swinging at that 2-0 breaking ball. And this is a nasty one with 2 strikes.
One to Brandon Marsh, who is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Smith bouncing back and throwing some pretty good sliders here against these left-handers.
He sure is.
I'm going to try to sell out, especially with 2 strikes, and stay out. If I'm a left-handed hitter, stay out over the plate and see if I can hit one the opposite way.
He taps it foul. See the base runners. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Will Smith. So the Phillies are down to their final out here tonight. They'll go into tomorrow's game. Not really. Ground ball back toward the middle, and it leaks in the center. A base hit. It'll score McCormick. It's 8-0 Astros. Line drive out to center field. That'll be in for a hit. Vasquez around third. He's being held as Marsh makes the throw in. Cut off by Derek Hall. Fly ball, right center field. Playable for Diaz. Marsh is under it. And he reels it in. No runs, one hit. Towering fly ball to deep left field. Back is Veerling, and it's off the wall. Picked up by Marsh. Throws towards second where nobody is. Second and third with nobody out. That's the third double of the night for Alvarez. And it gives him 29 on the year.
Yeah, it's a little cutter that stays in the middle of the plate. It was supposed to be in, but you cannot let Yordan Alvarez get extension because that's exactly what he does with it. He crushes this ball. Nice job by Marsh of backing up.
And Bregman hits one out toward left center field. Marsh won't get it. One run will score. The throw goes to second. It's 9-0 Astros. Runners go. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the ball game is over. Will Smith allowed 3 straight hits, but then gets 3 straight strikeouts as the Astros knock off the Phillies by a final score of 10-0. Many of the Phillies regulars sat out tonight.